Welcome to the Put Me On Something podcast. I am your host, Alejandro Gomez.
What's up, guys? It's Eurosign, and this is a Put Me On Some podcast.
Scooch on over a little bit more. We can get a good, clean thumbnail.
Fuck, you said that from the beginning.
My bad. But anyway,
Start over.
go ahead.
All right. Anyways, guys, we're bringing you live and
Live.
we want to be as straightforward and organic.
Organic as fuck.
Yeah, whatever, all that shit. Anyways,
we're doing a quick shorty episode. Shorty. You should call me shorties?
I guess yeah.
No, we're doing short ones?
Shorty episodes.
Shorties. We're doing a quick shorty episode.
Yeah.
Because we might not be able to record this weekend as we usually do. So
Yeah.
when we can't do that, we have to record during the week, a little shorty
Either way, we just want to be consistent and bring you guys
content.
and release as much as
Content,
possible. Being consistent as possible. Because it works out sometimes to be blunt with you guys when we produce more and say we have a bad week, we can just upload what is old to us but new to you guys.
Old to new, you new to
Yeah, it's still try to be much as current as possible.
Yeah.
Stuff. But going off what we were talking about before the cameras went on, you wanna take it away, Joe?
Bring it back to the aliens that's going on right now. They're real. Government confirmed.
Well, yeah, the U.S. as of what? July 27th, 26th?
Officially, yeah. Well, yes. Was it?
As of yesterday. So today, right now, is July 27th, 2023. As of yesterday, the U.S. government has confirmed the existence and interaction and recording of UFOs and that they are real.
Spacecraft and alien biology, biological beings, whatever.
Yeah, and then also also confirming footages, pre-existing footages and shit that they have. And all that stuff. And then it's just crazy thing. You would think everyone would be talking about the left and the fucking right, but most people are just taking it very
Well, they are, but I mean, no one's batting an eye to it. Imagine saying this back in the 1950s. People would have gone crazy.
Even 1990 and shit. I think people would have freaked out more. Right after Independence Day, the movie. And honestly, I thought people, like you said, I thought people would be freaking out a lot more and stuff. But honestly, I don't know. I think just people got other stuff going on.
I've seen a lot of TikToks okay, if aliens are real, I might have to pay rent, I might have to go to work.
Yeah.
Shit like that. That's true. Okay, if they're real, if they're legit real, why the fuck does anything else matter then? Why are we gonna go to work? Why are we gonna go pay bills and shit like that?
You're for real.
If they're gonna come and whatever they're peaceful or not,
Yeah.
why do I have to be at work?
True. I guess people would only really freak out if they were gonna touch down.
Imagine they touch down while you're at work and there's a battle try to take over and you're stuck at work.
For real.
Imagine traffic trying to scram back home.
Oh my God! You just want to be home with your loved ones and shit. And you got
one last time and
30-minute drive, or you're stuck in the toilet. Imagine that shit. Fuck that.
Oh, hell no.
Hell no. No. And then it's something where we're talking about that. People just ain't reacting like you said. Bro, I still got to go to work. Bro, do I make my payment or not? Because what does this got to do with me? And then I don't know. I feel I don't think it's desensitized. I think at the same time, like how you said, for one, people's lives are still gonna continue. And for three, I don't know. I feel it's not desensitization more in the sense of I think we all kind of been knowing it. How is it that we're the only living planet with living creatures and shit? There's no way it's just us and universe, galaxy or whatever. That's what I think.
Well, I think too, if people are thinking the way that I'm thinking, then why? If the government's saying, hey, they exist, they're real, people are gonna be okay, if the government's saying that, then I'm starting to think they're not real at all.
Oh, the people not really trusting the government.
Well, yeah, the people that don't trust, shit like that. Not saying I don't trust the government, Shout out to our government.
I know they're not too far from here.
Listening, right?
Outside, we fuck with y'all.
Outside the house in the white van. But that's what I'm saying. If they're saying it's real, then it must not be real, or it is real, but they're not
it must not be that big of a deal if you guys didn't care about it.
Something like that.
I don't know. I also heard this one argument saying that they're preparing us that Project Bluebeam, Project Papa Beam, that what's Project Bluebeam? That they're gonna have a fake projector, or
fake invasion, whatever.
I mean,
it's pretty much holographic, not holographic. I don't know how to play, but fake invasion or something.
Yeah. And then, but what's the point of the fake invasion?
Control, man. The hell?
All this for gun
Fear?
control?
No, not gun control. Fear. You know, like
Yeah. Oh, one world government, wasn't it?
type shit. Who knows?
Yeah. Who knows? It's just sorry. We're not misinformed.
shit.
We're just there's so much information out there and so many opinions and so many conspiracy theories and so many floating facts. So it's so many factors to this. And at the end of the day, everyone's just taking it like, oh,
Like,
okay.
I'm tired of it.
Yeah, bro. Like, bro, yeah, but then it's been a thing, though. People been knowing about aliens. How have they not? They knowing about duendes and shit.
Duendes.
That's what I would
So
have.
if aliens are real, duendes real?
Oh, that's a
Good question. Huh?
Are mermaids real?
Let's dive in. I'm just kidding.
Let's dive.
Got to do research and
I mean, I think dragons are real. I mean, there's so many recorded history of them.
dragons.
Yeah, from
Well, that's the thing
different
too.
cultures
Okay,
and
so
shit.
if she's a lot of like cultures and different cultures back then. You know, they record a bunch of like the same thing, just different different parts of the world. Does that mean it's real then? Like, wouldn't that make it real? Because
Yeah,
like China, you know, like the Chinese dragon and like in Mexico, like that, like the
little
little whatever,
Aztec,
Aztec, yeah,
Mayan, like
and, like,
dragons and shit.
like you know, like somewhere in the Europe, like northern Europe, not in Europe, something like that.
Yeah,
Like the regular dragons with wings and stuff like that.
yeah.
So I'm saying like, okay, if they all have like recollection. Nah, can't speak.
Recordings.
Recordings and stuff like that of them. Like, doesn't that mean that they might be real or something like that, or they might have existed?
Yeah, and then there's so many. Yeah, like you said, so many different cultures from different time frames, different years, different variations, all saying the same exact thing of something similar to a dragon and shit,
Mhm.
or fucking huge ass fucking creatures and shit.
Creatures. Yeah.
So I don't know, like if aliens are real, are those real too?
Perhaps.
No, those are the real questions.
But
I
anyway,
mean, I think if they came out saying, "Yeah, all those shits are real," then I think people would freak out.
all this shit real, fam, or something like that. You know?
Yeah. But then, like, going back to the Project Bluebeam thing or the
Mhm.
preparation of desensitizing people and shit, like,
Mhm.
what if it's like, people have also said, like in, like, a religious aspect, that it's like a false coming and shit. That, oh, you know, like, I don't know if you guys, like, you know, recall it too much, like from what I remember right, those little Bible stories, that the rapture, the end of the days or whatever, before that really happens, there'd be like a false coming, you know. And then going back to the one world thing, one world
Mhm.
government thing, it's like something that's gonna present itself as like fucking fixing all your problems, like I'm your savior type shit.
I came here to say there.
Yeah, and then it's like the false prophet or the antichrist or some shit like that. Like again, I don't remember too much of those stories, but people were like are saying, what if it's something like that? Like the aliens touching down, or like, you know, people say that aliens are actually demons and shit like that.
Mhm.
And then the whole thing of like, what if the aliens are fucking up to no good? You know what I'm saying? Like,
Mhm.
okay, religion or not, government or not, like another species touching down, like, you think they're gonna be peaceful? That's like when the humans interact with different animals. What do they fucking do? Kill them and hunt them?
Yeah. But I think too, like, what might as well. I don't. If they're real, wouldn't they just, hey, let's take them over now? Why wait? We're overpowered. Our technology's far ahead of theirs. Why do we have to do all the secrecy and be all discreet and low key and all that type? You know.
What do you mean? Like why would they?
If you're so high and mighty, why the fuck are you gonna wait? You know.
Oh, like if
Like,
the
you
aliens
know,
are so powerful.
Like for example, ants. Like you got a whole ant hill.
Yeah.
You know they're outside in your backyard.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I could just pour water down there and destroy them right now, but
I'm your god.
but I don't want to right now. You know, or I'm just like, I'm waiting on the right moment. But you can do it anytime, and you can destroy their little hill.
Mm-hmm.
You know you can. You know
Mm-hmm.
why wait? You know.
So like, why would the aliens wait? Why wouldn't they
Yeah.
hit us up?
Well, yeah. Why not just like, hey, let's take over the planet right now, this very moment while we're recording the podcast.
Why
Hey,
wouldn't the
fucking
aliens
come down and like zap the whole planet and destroy it? You know.
just come
If
over?
they're not looking
Okay.
for resources, right? They just want like, hey, let's.
Well, yeah.
destroy
What
that
if we don't
planet.
have anything that they want though?
Let's
What if they're like, oh, the planet was, because have you ever heard that thing where it's like the existence of Earth? It's been around for what, millions and millions of fucking years.
Mhm.
If you shorten that time frame in a perspective of 24 hours, humans have only existed for what, like 30 was it 30
few
seconds?
seconds? Yeah.
30 minutes? Like,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, like we're a small increment of time, and then let alone in that small time frame of what, 15, 30 seconds and shit, humans have fucking destroyed the fuck out of it.
Yeah.
So like, what if they're looking at it as like, bro, they already fucked up their planet. Why the fuck would they why would we want their resources? Or
Yeah.
why would we want to fuck with them
Mhm.
and shit? Or there's also that argument, they're so fucking, this is what it blows my mind. The idea of them being so advanced with technology, their society and the way they are, that they couldn't contact us or bother fucking with us. And then that just blows my mind. Like, if your technology is so advanced that I can't comprehend it, like, what do you mean I can't comprehend it? Tell me what it is. Like, I want to know, like, you know what I'm saying? But it's like, explain to me in the simplest form. Then I don't know. I guess like that blows my mind. That's like trying to imagine a color that doesn't exist. Like,
Now, what are like so for example, I think what if they have colors we don't know about, like, something like that.
A new fit check. New fit.
Yeah, take me shopping in your planet. I need a new fit.
This new collection finna go hard.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Supposedly, I saw another video that saying that their technology is like 10,000, 50,000 years ahead of us.
Yeah, I heard that 10,000. Their technology society is 10,000 years ahead of us.
Something like that.
Damn.
So why would they fucking wait?
So that like, is that
Let's
like,
plan it all out for years and years to come at this very moment. They could have just come one day and just like take what they want, you know, instead of waiting like 50 years, 100 years, you know.
Yeah, but
Unless they're like, I just want to take my time and low key want to plan everything out, plan my vacation and on
are you
Earth.
saying what? Are you saying are they waiting to talk to us?
Yeah, whatever. Yeah, like that.
But then, like, what if in 10,000 years humanity is completely wiped out?
Like by ourselves.
Yeah, like
Like you're saying AI,
humans wouldn't exist.
like AI wiped out everything. Like
yeah, AI or whatever. What if by the time they want to contact us, we already wiped ourselves out, and then it's that whole thing where the Earth starts all over again with small traces of quote unquote of a previous society, like how people say of giants and fucking dragons and all that shit. And there's rumors of like a previous society, Atlantis, that existed before us and shit. What if it's that?
True. Man, I don't have the sound. I'm using a different memory card of that.
Oh.
But yeah, I was saying like I don't know. I was like, I don't know to believe it because if the government's saying the aliens are real, I'm like, okay, I'm gonna turn the other way around because I don't fuck with you. I don't know what you're saying.
Still remember you did back in 2020.
I still remember what you did in 2020.
I never got my stimulus check.
They only got 3.
Wasn't it? Remember, it was like a $600 one, a $700 one, or a $1,200 one.
Something like that. Yeah.
I remember I had a homie that was like,
Where did they go?
Yeah, he never got one because he didn't file his taxes from the previous 2 years or some shit.
Oh damn.
I was like, man.
Anyways, bring it back to AI. I saw that in your notes. You had something about AI.
Oh yeah, bro, it's taking over the world.
What they want to
taking over jobs, taking over like.
Oh, you know that's the whole. No, not I don't know if it's the main reason, but like the whole reason, like the writer's strike right now. You know the writers.
Oh yeah.
Hollywood and all that shit.
Yeah.
That they're doing the whole thing that they wanted them to come for like one time. Like I don't know if they're talking about the actors.
Oh yeah, the actors.
They wanted them to come for like
a one-time scanning of their body, and they can use it for eternity. Use the rights of that actor, any role in any position for all of eternity and shit. I don't know about royalties and stuff like that.
That's what I'm saying. Well, what I just if they have royalties and this shit, I would have done it or pay them like they actually pay them, you know.
But they're so fucking cheap, they probably wouldn't.
Yeah, I'd be like, let's give you 10 bands for it.
I don't know, like
no royalties. No.
But then again, imagine your role and your likeness being used for something right now, 10 years from now, 50 years from now, whatever, for something you don't agree with.
Oh yeah, especially to make a movie you don't like, you agree with.
You're the face to a whack ass movie. I like those people around the campus.
Yeah.
The shit that are like the face of the college, and they're all smiling, but then you forget that those are real people.
Oh, like the programs, like little flyers and
yeah, like they grab the most genetic looking Hispanic dude.
Oh, okay,
the fucking TV friendly looking.
No, like
Hispanic.
the soccer comb over and like you're wearing like a polo.
He's like a medium light brown, and he has a white smile and like a firm build, a polo shirt,
the soccer player build.
Yeah, and then he's like he looks like an approachable guy and shit, and he's wearing plain clothes. And he's just like the most. They
wouldn't approach anyone more than like wearing a hat or it's just like a t-shirt.
Non-branded, the most non-branded fit. Damn, so that'd be like you in movies.
Yeah. Whoa, is shit okay?
Yeah, whatever.
But yeah, you want to talk about the like AI thing?
Yeah, no, it's just crazy. What I'm wondering. Well, going off that, what I keep thinking about is like think about all the jobs it can eliminate. So at what point does it take too many jobs, or should it stop taking jobs? And at what point do we stop working then? Like, do we still have to work, or are we going to pay for it? Like, are we going to suffer from it? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Like, you mean what point? Like, what?
Yeah, like at what point are they going to be like, hey, well, AI can't legally take these jobs, which is kind of going
like they're not doable with AI? Like, AI can't do it?
AI can do it, but at what point are they gonna say, kind of like with the strike, like, hey, we had to draw a line for humankind, not only for ourselves but society to function. At what point are they gonna draw that line and say, well, these kind of like a union against AI that, hey, you can't take these jobs? And at what point between that, where it's like, is it gonna take so many jobs that, oh fuck it, I don't have to work anymore because AI is working for me?
Yeah,
You know,
that's weird. Okay, but if that's the case, then isn't the whole thing about like, let's still talk about like our America. It's just like how we live here, but isn't that what the whole pretty much how they want us to be? They want us to be like worker people,
like fucking worker ants and shit.
yeah, like
Yeah.
they want you to be at the bottom, so they need you to work. So what was the whole point of AI then? If they want to replace people with AI,
Like at what? Like, yeah, exactly. Like, at what point is?
what would be the whole point of AI if they want us to be like the slave, not slave? Well, we are,
Well, basically,
pretty much. But like be like the worker people, the worker ants,
the
whatever.
consumers,
Yeah.
the fucking buyers, the fucking everything, the backbone of the country and shit, the everyday people.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now that's what I'm wondering. Like, at what point does it draw the line of against, like, hey, it's gonna fuck up our society and collapse us?
Well, they already put a kind of little halt on it, or halt, whatever.
Of how hard it can go,
What?
how far it can go.
Yeah, they kind of like they're getting a little spooked about how they're starting to like get more advanced. Like it was,
Hey, man, you're going a little too hard.
a little too hard there, bro.
Did you dilate too hard?
No, but they kind of pull a halt on it. They're putting more like restrictions on it.
Yeah.
So they kind of, I think they kind of did that. So
Dude, that's what I'm wondering. Like, at what point do we say, all right, you can't, it's that whole thing, what's that thing with the fucking Jurassic Park? We got so carried away wondering if that we could, instead of wondering if we should,
the fuck, yeah.
some shit like that. That's what I'm wondering. Like, at what point do we stop with the AI stuff and shit? Or at what point does the government step in and say that, well, that's against the law because we don't gain from it?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because like how you said, the government wants us to, the society, the people at the top and the people at the bottom
Mm-hmm.
and shit like that. But going back to the movie thing, I only think it's cool. I mean, it kind of makes sense for background people, I guess.
Mm.
But I only think it's really cool for like say to preserve the quality of, like, say like a celebrity or some shit. Like, say, okay, like Pop Smoke, if they had AI
Like,
scanned him,
It makes
shit,
sense.
that would have been cool.
It makes sense for like action movies like that. Like let's say like Tom Cruise or something like that. What?
Yeah.
Like let's do a scan on him and make him AI to do, like the stunts and everything. He's gonna get old.
Oh, yeah,
He's gonna be able to
true.
do like
Stunts
something like
too.
that. So they're like, hey, let's do another like 100 Mission Impossibles. But he's gonna get old.
The fucking Fast and the Furious.
And then obviously you're not gonna be able to do his own stunts like he does. He usually does most of his stunts. I think a majority of them. But anyways,
He's like almost 50 too.
that would make sense right there. Like let's scan you up and let's make you an AI or artificial
Yeah.
CGI, whatever. That way, when like it comes down to like, hey, we need to do a stunt or something like that, we have your scan and just throw it in there and make it do some creative shit, and that's it. That makes sense. But if it's like, I think just to replace you, like for like the rest of like your career,
Mm-hmm.
I don't know, man.
I mean, like, I don't know. If it's for the people that died, it makes sense. I mean, I know they could probably remake it. Like, they did that terrible little AI of Brian, R.I.P.
Oh,
the movie
right.
and shit. That,
Ryan O'Connor.
yeah, I mean, that take was horrible. However, R.I.P.
Damn, drop that. Just let him be.
Yeah, but like with the new technology, well, I mean, they've been having it, but the new technologies that they plan to do now, it makes sense to do something like that to cherish cherish the image of someone. Like I said, like if they did that about Pop Smoke and put him in some movies, that'd be dope as fuck. R.I.P.
Yeah.
Pop Smoke. But like, as far as like taking away the acting jobs, that's crazy. And then that's the thing. I'm going to ramble.
Another thing too. It's not just that. The other reason why they're going on strike is I guess like they're not paying the writers like good enough money.
Also, they're having AI write the scripts too.
No, not that. They're just not paying the writers enough money. Like,
Oh yeah,
one of the writers from, I forgot what movie it was or something. They only got paid like $400
goddamn.
for like the whole movie.
Ooh, I heard about that too. The guy that wrote the original script for Hunger Games, he only got paid like, I think 90 bands. No, like
$9 grand, something
like $9 grand, like a chunk at the time. But it ended up making $90 million and shit. And he
Imagine
only
that.
got a solid cut of like 10K or some shit, 5 figures type.
The other
shit.
thing too, because like for example, like when it comes to like, I guess I don't know much about business, but like when it comes to something, like let's say you want somebody to make you something that's gonna make you more money, you go to someone specializes in that, and then you pay what their
It's kind of one of those things.
like if they say I need $100 to make you outline for a product, and then that's all they're getting because that's how much they're charging, you know.
Yeah.
So you pay them that, and then you go on and you take it to somebody, they manufacture and all that shit, and then you start selling, and you get like billions and billions of dollars.
So you're saying kind of in a sense that's the game?
Yeah, that's like the game, pretty much.
It kind of is kind of like it's like a perfect example. Like if you're getting a graphic, whether it's for a flyer, a T-shirt design, a fucking your album cover, it's a one-time cut, kind of like with some songwriters and shit. You know, like it happens. You know, shit. I had a fucking dispute with someone there too, but I had to take that L and shit. I wrote like a 15, 20. Well, I wrote like 40% of someone's song. I ain't gonna say nothing, all love and shit. Through ASCAP and everything, like I wrote like 40% of someone's songs, and then they changed everything, and I only like a good 15% was still there, and I got an argument with them over it, but it was kind of like an L I had to accept because I got my cut from it, and I didn't really read the contract, but that's kind of the game and shit. Like it only from that 40% I gave them, of that song lyrics and shit, they only kept 15, which is to each his own, and it was a one-cut price. I don't gain any royalties from it and shit.
Yeah,
and
that's what I'm saying. Isn't that pretty much how? I try to burp.
You good?
That's pretty much how it is. Cause I understand, like, okay, the writers, they take a lot of time and to write shit and a whole script for a movie, whatever, whole plot for a movie, whatever. But that's how much it is. Like, if I go to you, like, hey, you're a writer, and I pay you like $5,000 for a whole fucking thing. Yeah, that's how much you charge or whatever.
It's kind of like the terms and conditions, isn't it?
Yeah, like we'll come to agreement, like this is how much you're gonna do, and then that's all that's all you're offering. I mean, that's what you're charging, and there's nothing else. Like you don't get royalties or anything because there was no contract for it, you know.
Mm-hmm.
So like that's it. You're getting that, and then I go fucking take that script and make a movie out of it, and they get like.
See, and that's why the contracts matter at the beginning and shit. Because like, say for my example, had it been like, all right, cool, just give me. Because like some of my producers homies, they'll cut a deal with studio time, but some artists are willing to be like, all right, give me a deal on studio time, or give me 10 or unlimited studio time in this session, and I'll give you 40-50% of the royalties of the song. Yeah. You're signing over the song, and in the majority of the time, realistically, well, it depends who you're working with, but you could be just locking in a couple bucks for yourself as a producer for the future. But that one hit, when someone could change the game for you and shit, and then unfortunately the artist is gonna have to take that L and get less cut. Yeah. But they do gain the face value, they do gain the credibility, and there's pros and cons to it. But for the most part, it like how you're saying with the screenwriting, it might not go anywhere. Like with the graphics and shit, you buy someone's graphics, you sell a graphic and shit.
Yeah, like
they're
for example,
not going to generate too much money.
For example, the little dude that I have on the cover for like the podcast.
Well, your little draw emoji.
Yeah, little draw, whatever it is,
icon. You outsourced it, dude.
Yeah, I got some. I forgot. I'll try to put it in the link. She's pretty dope. She actually, I told her what I wanted or something. Everything how I described it, I wanted it. Yeah. And she charged me a certain amount of money. Yeah. And then I paid her everything, and then she gave it back to me like a few weeks later. Yeah. Or, I don't know. But what I'm saying, like, okay, I did that. And like, let's say I use it now for the podcast and everything. And let's say this takes off and makes millions, or
not that they would, but they could like they could feel a certain way to like, hey, I want a chunk from it. My image is your face.
Yeah, but I mean, that was it. Like there was no contract or anything. I don't think there should have been anything. It's just like something simple. But I'm pretty much just paying her for her sources, and like she knows how to do it. Yeah. And she did it for me, and then she has all the skills for that. So like I paid her what she was offering, like she was charging, you know. Mm-hmm. And she did it and that. So like that's pretty much an example like that, because she gave me a design, I bought it off her, and now it's mine. Obviously, she has like the proof that she made it. You know, she uses it for her, like you said, like her whole face, like
Yeah, but there's been plenty of cases where like someone incidents just like that. The artist, the original graphic designer, or the one that produced the art or the song or whatever, the lyrics. There's been plenty of cases where they countersue and say, "Well, you're using my image without my work of arts without my consent or a conflict of interest." What's it called? Like
something like that.
Going against your business values and shit like that. Like I heard a story once too with I forgot what it was. It was like a beer, like a small IPA beer.
What?
A small IPA beer or some shit. I don't know what it was. They had like a fish logo or some shit, and then it got bought out. And it got rebranded or reused again. And that guy that originally made that design took advantage of, well, since it got bought out, they're using my work without my consent technically, and he sued the company, and he got away with it, and he won in court.
The person
the original graphic designer of of the beer can. Yeah. once that beer brand got bought out, I don't remember the name. Once that beer brand got bought out, the original graphic designer hit the new company saying, "Hey, you're using my image, my works of art without my consent," and he won in court because there was like that kind of gray area, not enough of backage of contracts and shit, which is kind of like a loophole in that.
Yeah.
Because he's saying it's my original work, and when you buy out the company, you're basically picking up someone's desk work.
Yeah.
You know, you're getting a fucking
like the whole bully thing. Like you do my homework and then I take the credit for it.
Yeah, like and kind of like okay, you're transitioning shifts at your job and shit, and they leave a shithole, or they didn't pass on information, or there's new stuff inventory in, or whatever fucking the situation is. You know the game, but you gotta figure out where someone left off, and then now someone comes in saying, "Oh yeah, you left me. I'm supposed to get paid for this check," and it's like, "Oh yeah, it was supposed to be passed on and shit like that." And then he came in and won in court like that.
Yeah.
Not the best example, but you get what I'm saying. It's just little loopholes, especially in this country where we love to sue each other.
No, but yeah, that's all. That's pretty much the whole. I think that's the whole thing, pretty much, with the whole like writers' protest and everything.
Yeah.
But yeah.
AI shit, man, it's taking over. That's crazy. Did you hear about speaking of AI shit? I know we're going too much on it. It's gonna get spooky, but it tripped me out when I heard about the possibility of AI entering your dreams, and they could potentially start advertising
commercials in dreams.
Yeah.
You imagine you're dreaming some crazy shit and it just stops and it shows, are you suffering from pain in your back, lower back pain?
It's like just what you need to.
Like, it shows you, like, how the fuck you know? And it shows you, oh, well, now we got new fucking whatever, this product, whatever is on there. And then it ends and then it goes like right to your, where you're left off in your
where you're falling off a cliff.
That's dumb. That's what I'm saying. When I first heard about that, I was like, oh, Futurama did it first.
No, for real. That's what everyone was saying too. That's what I thought about too. And there's ads in your dreams and shit.
I'm like, oh man, I would just like, now I want to go buy some of those underwear, you know?
Fuck, no, for real.
Imagine that shit. You wake up hungry because the McDonald's throws in a fucking a fucking McDouble in there. Like, hey.
Yeah, but then that's what people were saying though. Like, bro, imagine what they've been putting in your head then.
What do you mean?
If they can fucking advertise in your dream, which is confirmed that this technology is going to come out in the next year or so, if they can control your dreams, enter your dream, advertise in or let alone record your dreams, because they've been doing studies where they can record people's dreams and shit and thoughts. It'll be like, they made someone watch a video. They'll plug them in and everything. They made someone watch a video and made them narrate the video in their head. Oh, lady falls over a cliff, eats an apple, yada, yada. The words come up, and then the AI makes their own video from what they read in their head, and basically replicating the video, which is replicating the dream in your head. So it's like a way of recording your dreams. So if it can do that and it can start advertising in your dreams, think about the stuff, like the transmissions and messages you've been receiving unconsciously.
Like right now? Like subliminally?
Subliminally shit. Subliminally? Yeah, subliminally.
Well, that's the thing right now, too. Like, that is real, because a lot of subliminal messaging is, like, they're on there in, like, shows and music and all that bullshit, Know what I mean?
Yeah.
So it's already happening, but I mean, now they're going to throw it in your dreams.
Fuck. No, but then what I started talking about with Daniel about?
Yeah.
And shit, like, if they can do that, what about if they were what if there's been incidences where they're putting negative thoughts in someone's head?
What the hell? Yeah.
We're to cut this episode short time right now.
Feds are listening. What if our dreams are just like fucking not even, they're like,
what if they're not you?
I don't even know where I was going to go. I forget. Never mind.
But there's also that argument too. Remember that video I was telling you about? That your thoughts are not you.
They're not you?
Your thoughts are not you. Like you're okay. There's that argument. My thoughts, I think I am, therefore I am. Oh. When in reality, it's like your thoughts don't necessarily reflect you. Yes, your thoughts turn to actions. Actions turn into what they are. But just because you think them, and you don't have to act out on your thoughts, just because you think something doesn't mean that defines you.
Yeah. Oh, okay.
I look no stupid.
No, but yeah, okay, I get you. But there's also that one thing, like if you have a thought, like of an idea, have you heard that one? Like, if you have an idea that pops into your head out of nowhere,
yeah.
Like, oh, like for example, you make clothing. Yeah. If you like something crazy comes into your head, like, oh, I should add this to a T-shirt or a pair of pants, and like it's fucking crazy, like no one's ever thought of this, but you don't act on it within like those when the idea comes to you.
Yeah.
Like after a few days, you just keep putting it, putting it off, like I'll get to it. That eventually someone else the idea's gonna pop into somebody else's head, and they're gonna do it.
Oh, that's
Like, has that ever happened to you? Like you thought something,
Yeah.
and then somebody else
Fuck
actually
yeah.
does it. Like what the fuck? I thought of that.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, yeah, that whole thing where it's like if like kind of like you receive this message, you receive this transmission. If you don't do something with it, bro, it goes back to the universe and someone else gets it.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about that. That if you like,
Crazy.
like I've had ideas and I thought about like, oh, okay, what if I try this or do something like photography, photos, video, or like some form of making like content. I don't know.
Mm-hmm.
And then I think about it and I don't act on it. Next thing you know, I see somebody else, like they do it.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, and that's the craziest thing. But I 100% agree with that and believe it. However, I would also argue too, if you take a group of people and they all see the same thing or have similar feeds, they're all gonna start thinking the same way.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So eventually, it's no big deal. Like, kind of like in the simplest way to put it, maybe you have similar playlists, or maybe you had a similar color combo, or maybe okay. There's only so many hats and colorways at the store, right? Like wherever you get them from locally. Let's think locally, not online and shit, or even online. And the same motherfuckers in the same community buy that shit. They're gonna eventually think of the same fucking scenarios to put it with if they're from the same demographic and shit.
Yeah.
The same group of people are gonna potentially styles that fit similar or closely to you. Like how many times have we gone to a function and motherfuckers wearing the same fucking exact colorway of you, or like damn, you wore that fit.
The classic Cincinnati hat with a black V-neck and skinnies and Vans, something like that.
The lanyard sticking out the back. The lanyard in your back pocket.
Like, I thought of this fit first.
Nah, well, I mean,
like 20 other dudes wearing the same shit.
I mean, but then again, that's kind of like debunked because like resources and economic factors. But I'm saying like,
what if we're all connected and
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because whatever you think of some like crazy unique thing, and then you see like you go to like a function or like a networking party,
yeah,
and you meet people, and then they have like the same fucking idea. Like, what the fuck? I thought I was the only one thinking about that shit. Some crazy weird shit.
You can either click like, oh hell yeah, or they could just see you as their enemy.
Yeah, something like that.
Shit,
are we connected?
I know a lot of people that think like that. Me, the type of be like, oh hell yeah, bro, we think like that's what's up, bro. I fuck with you, and then shit. How many times have you been shaking hands with a snake and shit, and then and they're fucking they're on some, yeah, it's cool.
And I say they do that.
Yeah, they be on some trifling and shit. That's why you can't really tell people shit too.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You don't tell people ideas. Cause I remember before I got tattoos, I would tell people I had an idea.
Mm-hmm.
I would tell people like, oh well, this shit's whack or this shit's lame. What the fuck? That's they're getting it.
Stupid. Dude, let me guess.
Well, I know some people that have done that.
Nah, let me guess. You got the Bentley logo on your chest. He does. He does.
Okay.
He's got it like that.
No, I don't. But like, I mean, I know. That's what I'm trying to say. That one, like, you like someone that scenario.
No, it's like 5. Shout out to the homies. I got like 5 homies that got that tattoo.
That Bentley on their chest.
Yeah. Shout out to the Bentleys. No. Speaking of tattoos, did you see that video I sent you where there's a new company? We'll bring up the name and shit.
No, they can preserve your tattoos.
Yeah, they can preserve your tattoos and shit. So this is kind of like a pre-existing thing. You pay this company beforehand, or your families do, and then the company sends like the little starter pack to the morgue or whatever, and instructions on how to process the area of skin, and how to properly do it so it's not just butchering your little section.
I just thought about. Imagine having a tattoo on your butt cheeks.
Oh God!
It doesn't even be your butt cheeks.
Someone's got to get up
at someone's scrapbook. This is your great uncle's ass tattoo.
Do they still keep the form or what?
Yeah,
they just laid out flat. Because I mean, wouldn't it need the curvature to keep the art?
Man, that's what I'm saying.
Wow!
Like it wraps around your boot.
Yeah, that's gonna be another $100.
No, go ahead.
No, but on a serious note, yeah, there's this company. We'll pull up the name for you guys. That you could pay to have the morgue or whatever before you're permanently buried or cremated or however and shit, to preserve your tattoos and shit, and they get properly framed and set up and everything so your loved ones can keep them or the museum can keep them, and then it ranges anywhere from a few thousand to like 10,000 or so and shit, depending on the area and art and whatever, yada yada and shit. I don't know. I personally think that shit is sick as fuck, and I would love that. I would fucking personally pay for that shit. I would love for someone.
I would do it.
Fucking keep
like if it's a real legit thing. Like later on in the future, and like, I mean, do the family keep it?
They could. I mean, shit. If I could donate it to a museum, and I knew it was gonna be in a museum, that'd be hard as fuck.
Yeah.
At least your boy, this Euro boy, This was a
Creep.
tattoo of your old boy next to his junk.
Imagine the tattoo I have. This is your great grandpa's tattoo.
Oh, like a scrapbook of your tattoos.
Imagine.
That'd
And
be
down the line, you start off, and then your kids start, and they get tattoos.
Okay,
That'd be pretty sick, actually.
that's pretty sick, but that's
Like my kids, like their tattoos, and then they get it done, and then their kids, and so on and so forth. There's a whole fucking textbook.
like a whole family tree of tattoos.
just thick fucking tattoos later on, like 500 years ago.
That's fucking hard. That's
That's
kind of
crazy.
morbid, but that's hard. I mean, I would like for my tattoos to get preserved and shit. And I'm sure a lot of motherfuckers would, considering how much motherfuckers pay a lot
Wiz
of money.
Khalifa.
Yeah, pay. Oh, that'd be cool.
They take his whole body. Take his whole
Man,
take
he
his
said
skin.
my whole body preserved.
Damn, they're gonna skin him and take it all and put it on the fucking
Who else is all tatted like that? Travis
Lil
Porter?
Wayne.
Travis Porter, right?
Travis Porter, who's that?
The drummer.
Oh, Travis Barker.
Cut this out. Please don't kill me. I'm sorry. Oh, I know he's watching.
He's all listening. You fool.
No, Travis Porter's tatted up too.
That's
who
not
else?
that group.
Fucking. No, that's fucking.
The group, Travis.
Oh, you talking about damn? Damn.
Yeah, that one.
Okay, we're gonna cut all this stuff out.
No,
Anyways,
we're gonna keep it.
no, we're not. We're gonna keep it. Who else is yatted like that?
Lil Wayne.
Well, think about it for tattoo artists, bro. To still have their work floating around and shit.
They're pretty sick.
Like Cartoon, he's got his work on everybody.
Yeah.
And this shit. Who else? Who else has iconic tattoos like that?
I don't know, but a bunch of rappers.
50 Cent, the back piece is pretty hard.
The
I think
50 one?
Cartoon did it too.
Yeah.
I think he did the Southside piece or the 50 one. He did one of his back tattoos for sure. What else? Who else is all yatted like that? Fucking
NJK.
Kasky's all tatted like that. He has a whole face.
No, but yeah, imagine that shit. They fucking take your whole fucking shit. Like, well, for them, if they're gonna actually do it, they want the whole thing. They're gonna take the whole, like, pretty much everything, you know,
Yeah.
like whole skin. But like,
Yeah,
imagine
that's kind of like skinning people, like how
That's
they
what
do with
I'm
the
saying.
rugs.
that's what I'm saying. They're gonna post it up in like a fucking laminated, big old piece of laminated paper and just throw it on there.
It's like, you know, those family scrapbooks with all the photos and shit.
Yeah,
You don't really see. I feel like we're those dying now due to the
this
technology.
is gonna be the new one. There's no more photos. It's like fucking tattoos.
Yeah, there's no
Damn.
more photo scrapbooks no more. It's tattoo scrapbooks.
Damn, that's crazy. That'd be sick.
That's hard.
I'm gonna get tatted up then.
Yeah, for
Head to
real.
toe.
Hey, from a familia.
I'm
I need to get more tattoos.
gonna get shit. I'm gonna get tatted to the max.
Oh, that's right. I remember I was chopping it up with this tattoo artist at that expo we went to. Oh no, it wasn't you. It was Kenji and the homegirl Bree.
Yeah.
He was telling me too.
Wait, I think I went there too.
Oh yeah, you
We
went
got
the
the
first one. We went the first one. Yeah, when I got the Mesa tattoo.
Mhm.
Oh, you went to the first one because we went back the second day to get another tattoo.
Uh-huh.
He was telling me, he's like, yeah, he was like 40 something and shit, but he's like, yeah, the older I get, the more they hurt. And I was like, damn, maybe
damn.
I should get them more sooner. You know?
Well, yeah, because when you get older, like, it takes longer for you to heal. Like I've noticed that.
True.
Like when I get hurt or something, like for example, like my twist my ankle or something.
Man,
Like,
cool.
instead of it taking like a whole week, it takes like about like almost 2 to 3 just to get it back to normal.
Yeah.
Like I felt like last time I fell when I was at my girl's house, we were gonna walk down to the liquor store down the street.
You fell down? Were you drunk?
Yeah, I was drunk.
Oh, yeah, if you're walking
fell.
the story, so
And I twisted my ankle. It didn't swell up or anything. It was just like hurt. But I didn't realize I landed on my wrist too. And my wrist was fucking for like weakness. It barely just got healed right now. That was like
God
fucking 2 months ago. Like, and I couldn't I usually don't like to crack my wrist and like to crack my fingers. I crack them. But like it would fucking hurt to like even like try to move it. But I'm saying, yeah, like the older you get, the longer you take to heal.
Yeah, so I can see what he meant. Well, like when getting tattoos more like hurt and shit.
Yeah.
And then at the same time, it's like, I feel like because you do less, things hurt. It makes more sense that things hurt and shit.
Yeah.
Think about when you're younger, especially from a kid, you're like rustling and tussling and falling down and all this shit. You know, this stuff like
If you don't use it, you lose it.
yeah, if you don't use it, you lose it. Yeah, shit like that. Yeah, so I can make sense where it hurts more when you're like older and shit. So it's
Yeah.
like maybe it's more important to get tatted now and shit.
Get tatted now, folks.
Yeah. Shit, I've been wanting to get tatted more and shit, but like
too.
I just never prioritized to like find the artist and then let alone get the money ready and shit.
Mhm.
Because anytime I did get a large sum of money like that, I would just buy clothes or like fucking firearms and shit.
That's it too. I actually I want to put money aside to do it, but I just like
Yeah, or like you could buy it right now and shit. But it's
Yeah.
like, or I could just fucking use this money for
Splurge
my little
on some new
hobbies and shit.
kicks.
Yeah, exactly. And I would just buy all this shit.
But yeah.
Stuff like that. But everyone has their own way of splurging on themselves and shit. And wish you should, you know, responsibly and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
And shit.
Let's you want to do a new segment, right? You want to do
Listen,
the segment?
we still don't know the name yet, do we?
let's just start off right now. What you got?
All right. You talking about the idiot one?
Yeah, that.
All right, guys. All right, so
Bring me in. It's your part. I'm gonna sit back and listen and answer.
all right. So
I get to relax.
I'm your co-host, Euro-Sign of the Put Me On Something podcast, and we're bringing you something brand new, what we like to call, we'll figure out the name, Donkey of the Day, Valley Idiot, whatever you want to call it, but we're listening to it. But as of 3 weeks ago, an intelligent young fellow, local young fellow from the city of Mesa, took not just a normal visit to Target, but I guess he had a master plan for this visit to Target. So in doing so, this genius set the diaper section at Target on fire, and I guess that was going to be his distraction from hitting up the phone cases and breaking in and stealing a bunch of cell phones. So let's just say the guy was able to do it. He set the diaper section on fire. Everyone ran out. The alarm went out. The sprinklers went up. He broke into the cell phone case, stole the cell phones, and ran out and made left in his getaway car.
Yeah.
Only thing is, he caused $5,000 in damage doing so. From the fire alarms to the damage, to the fire. Thankfully, no one was hurt. No employees were hurt. No staff was hurt. Material things can be replaced. All the damage was caused was up to $5 million in damage. And not only that, he drove his own personal car, and they caught him like not too far from that. And I really don't think he would have made too much money off those cell phones. So yeah, we could thank him for the fact that Target's closed. Which Target is it by the campus?
The one on Dobson?
Yeah.
What is my NCC?
Yeah, Dobson and what?
Dobson in
Alma?
Old House.
Dobson and Alma?
Dobson Southern.
Dobson and Southern.
There you go.
Yeah, so the Target on Dobson. Huh? So Dobson, the Target on Dobson and Southern is clearly closed down.
It is?
Yeah, for renovations because of this guy. So, shout out to him.
I think I understand, like criminals, like, they're going to do shit. Why don't they
master plan that shit?
Yeah, like, not even, like, case the place or anything like that. Like, why don't they fucking actually, like, take the time to, like, okay, I'm going to be discreet, low-key, cover myself up, not drive my own car, have a plan of how to get away, all that shit. I go, they just go in like, fuck, I need to get this bread right now. I'm going to just go in and rob this place right now.
For real. I mean, honestly, I feel like it would have made
shit, like the movies, huh?
Yeah. Oh, shit.
Fucking going through the fucking ceiling.
Yeah. I mean, those are Targets got some long, hot-ass ceilings, too. Honestly, the likelihood of him getting away would have made more sense if he just ran in there with a COVID mask on, broke it, grabbed it, took his little couple minutes to do it, and ran out to someone driving a getaway car that wasn't theirs. Boom, straight and simple.
Yeah.
Realistically, they probably would have got away with that. And then on top of that, they probably still wouldn't have gotten away with it because the cell phones would be tracked, more serial numbers and all that stuff, whether they're flip phones or not.
Well, actually, I have two topics off of this because actually, there's another one that I saw another video like that, but it was like, I think it might have been Texas. There was some dude, he looked young. He had a cowboy hat, like the cowboy fit. He had like an area jacket or whatever.
Yeah.
And he literally went to a jewelry store. He like, he like the normal thing. Let me see this, and she opened it up.
Yeah.
So she opened it up. He pulls out a gun and like puts it to her face, like, oh, whatever. She runs away. So he jumps over, takes off his hat so you can see his face now and everything. Starts grabbing everything, and then that, But like the whole thing, like the comments were like, you would have thought he would like wearing a mask or like this and that. Like why would you just walk in like your face, shit like that?
Bare face and shit.
Bare face, no cover. The only thing that would cover his face, like the cowboy hat, it doesn't cover your face, but
it covers.
It's big enough to cause a shadow, Like I have mine, and it kind of like covers like my face, and then like
it would have been. It helped a little bit more. And shit.
And
yeah, no, it's stupid as hell. And then modern day with like everyone fucking having cameras everywhere and cell phones and shit.
And then too, that thing too. I just saw a recent video on TikTok. It's another dude explaining. I think he might have been like a CIA or something. I don't know, but he was explaining that pretty much. The old phones you can take out the batteries?
Yeah.
To, like, get them rid of them or, like, hey, I'm going to take it out.
Old flip phones and shit?
Yeah, so you can't hear me or anything like that. I would be discreet as fuck. He was saying that even if you took the battery out, we can still hear what you're talking about or listening into what you're talking about,
What the hell? Like, it's still on the recording?
No, it's not recording. They use the technology they can use to...
You can still hack it?
Yeah. He was saying, like, something about the microchips. They can, like, get into that and, like, listen to your conversation. So, I don't know. It's weird, though. Like,
shit.
Like, damn. Like, imagine back then if they were doing that with the little flip phones that we can just toss the battery out. Like, imagine the shit that they can hear. Well, obviously they can hear shit through our phones,
Yeah. I mean, okay. Going back to the thing where I was telling you about the recording your dreams.
Yeah.
They were saying that the new technology they're having now, where they can basically make your Wi-Fi become a camera.
Oh yeah, I saw that one too. Yeah.
So basically, the Wi-Fi emits like signals, kind of like a invisible radius,
Like echolocation.
yeah, echolocation and shit. And then the
Or
Wi-Fi can be
bats.
recorded where it can record movement and shit, kind of like a sensor.
Mhm.
And it also substantially comes out to like a fucking camera. You know what I'm saying? And then I saw this one crime investigation thing. What?
I just thought that's
So
because the Wi-Fi router's like literally right there, like when we were heading. This way, this way, right there,
and then
right there,
the white one,
the white one right there. I should put it in a sala because it's fucking all radiation, whatever.
toleration.
But if they do that, imagine it.
Oh, what?
You're beating your meat.
Yo, they're recording you, bro.
What the? Let's check on this guy. He's been talking a lot of shit on this podcast about government.
We have
Check it.
we have a series of
Let's check on his Wi-Fi.
timestamp dates and fragment
Let's check-
durations
let's
of
check
how
the
many times
Wi-Fi.
you beat your meat in a week.
Let's check the Wi-Fi echolocation, whatever.
They're
They
like,
see the fucking thing. What the fuck?
they're watching you from outside. They're like, hey, turn on the Wi-Fi camera radius.
They're just
No,
outlining my body.
Jerking it. What is he doing? Is he praying?
Oh, I don't know. I think
He's infiltrating something. He's on the move. Let's go.
God damn it. But go ahead, what are you saying?
I don't even remember, bro.
God damn it.
Fuck, what were we talking about? Oh, fuck.
Well, that's your topic there, segment of Valley. We'll come up with the name of it, Valley.
I don't know. Yeah, we'll come
I
up.
want to say Valley Bums because, it sounded cool, but this guy doesn't.
There's fucking bum fights and shit. That's
Bum
what I think.
fights.
Well, not everyone's a bum. I'd rather say Valley Idiots, but
Nah.
whatever. You guys can decide.
Have you seen that? There's a dude on TikTok.
What?
He's actually from here. He goes around talking to homeless people, crack kids and stuff like that. I don't know if you have you come up with him?
Was-
Into him?
Nah, maybe. What does he do?
He actually goes like we'll pull it up on YouTube later, but he actually he goes to like up to like homeless people, like
Mm-hmm.
crack kids or whatever. He talks to them like, hey, what's your story? How'd you get here?
Oh, like 602 Diaries or some shit
Yeah,
like
something like
that?
that. He-
Diary of the Streets or something?
Yeah, he goes up to them and starts talking, and then something like they're young dudes. I don't know, one that like reminded me of our cousin. I was like, damn. And I was like, yeah, he was from at the time. The dude was like maybe 19, barely out of high school.
Yeah.
He was all into blues and all that shit, and then he was like, yeah.
Yeah, I've seen some of those, and a lot of them say about the blues
Mhm.
things and shit. Like, that whole fentanyl thing is crazy out here.
Mm-hmm.
And shit, and just because, like, people don't realize just because, like, it's not effective doesn't mean it's not happening and shit. I saw one thing about a little girl and shit. She was, like, everyone obviously made sense that she was lying. She was obviously like, 19,
Mhm.
not 21 like she was saying.
Mhm.
But she was so young and shit, and she was already addicted and homeless and shit, and she was from, like, the res upstate.
Oh yeah, I think it's in one. Yeah.
I seen shit like that, and it's
Yeah.
like so fucking crazy, bro. It's so sad and shit, and it's
Yeah.
like different variations of people.
Mhm.
And then I saw one where it was like a homeless couple where this dude had like a bunch of gang tattoos like plastered on his face like right after prison,
Mm-hmm.
and he was saying that, well, yeah, it was like that's his choice and shit.
Mm-hmm.
But it's just crazy. He was from California though. That he came out here because it was like he couldn't get a job over there and
Yeah.
yada, so he came out here, and then it was like he was hoping for a better chance, and over here it's worse for him, and it dragged him under even more.
Damn.
So him and his girl were trying to survive and shit. It's fucking crazy, and it's not just in Phoenix. It's like all over the valley and shit.
Yeah.
Man, it's fucking like I will have to pull up that YouTube page and shit. Yeah, because like I think what is it 602 Diaries or something?
On TikTok, he had like a bunch of. I think he had
A bunch of shorts.
No, he had his videos, but he had to like remake it all cycle. I think it would get blocked or battle channel. Whatever.
Oh yeah, compared to like YouTube's more
Yeah.
relaxed videos.
But I finally looked into his videos. Like I was just see like the little TikTok, they're like a minute long or 30 seconds.
Yeah.
And if I watch his video, I'm like, damn, there's a bunch of people recording. They're all homeless people. Like,
Yeah.
they're all different crazy stories.
The different kinds of people, bro.
It's crazy. Like you see them out there, like they're probably just drugs, whatever.
Yeah.
And some of them are just like, something happened, like their family, they lost everything, and now they're in like streets and shit like that.
Yeah. Fucking some serious shit.
Mm-hmm.
That's crazy, man.
But yeah, anything to talk about? 'Cause-
I mean, talked a little bit of everything. AI,
yeah,
fucking Ghost, not even Ghost. We didn't talk about Ghost. That's one time we didn't talk about Ghost.
no,
AI, fucking UFOs, fucking acting strikes, arts and crafts, the game,
game's crazy, man.
and everything. I don't know who the fuck that guy was, but he said target on fire. You're a fucking idiot, bro. Their master plan was fucking. I don't know. You should have ran it through.
That's
by
what I'm saying. It
someone.
probably was because of them. Well, drug money. They need money for drugs. But
Shit,
Oh, it's-
damn, bro, couldn't. It would have made more sense to rob the people coming out of the store and shit, like,
Mhm.
or fucking. It would have made more sense. a COVID mask on, go up in there, break it and grab it and shit.
Allegedly. I mean,
Allegedly and shit.
but, what's going on? What's that thing you gotta say? Like when you explain something, but it's criminal, like crime related.
Mm-mm.
So you gotta say, oh, allegedly or something.
These are all fucking spoofs.
Yeah, nah.
Props. Anyways, no props to you, bro. You're a fucking idiot. $5 million in damage, bro, and you gotta pay fines back. How you pay $5 million back, bro? You ain't getting nothing back. Like,
Better sell those phones, bruv.
yeah, because the sprinklers going off and everything, like it did cause so much damage, let alone just with the sprinklers and shit.
Crazy. That's the one by the old house we used to live in. We used to go there.
Yeah, like literally the
Don't talk about
our whole neighborhood and shit. No, it's funny because my homegirl works there and shit. And I hit her up like, "Yo, what the fuck were you working?" And she's like, "No, I actually wasn't working there when it happened, but yeah, I'm at another Target because of that."
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, so then at least the employees are still working and shit,
Yeah,
get the chance to work and
mhm.
shit. Anyways, well, with that,
It's about to wrap it up. It's not even a short. It's like an hour long now.
is it?
Just a regular
Yeah, I thought
podcast.
it was 30 minutes.
But this is a good topic, so I'm not even gonna have to add in much.
Hopefully, you can put some clips up for y'all.
Yeah, but yeah, that's it for today. We're gonna wrap it up. Thank you for tuning in to the Put Me On Something podcast. I'm your host Alejandro Gomez.
And it's Euro-san. And you'll see me next time. Thank you for watching the Put Me On Something podcast.
And yeah, find us on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, YouTube, and we're out, baby. Peace.